All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. And, you know, there's been a rumor going around for years that Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson were the first outlaws in Nashville. We have video proof and physical proof here on Just Plain Living today that will show you different. And we're going to go to, right now, the Country Cavaliers on the Wilburn Brothers Show.
Look here what I got with me. I got the Cavaliers with me. This Country Cavaliers. We worked a show together the other day down in Livonia, Georgia.
Right.
And we had a good time, didn't we?
Sure did.
And these boys have their wigs on tonight. I beg your pardon.
What wigs?
These boys also record for Cutlass Records and do a fantastic job. And if you ever get a chance to go see them in person, you'll get to see one of the finest shows by two of our great new country artists in country music. How about another nice song from you fellers?
All righty.
Yes,
Be our
sir.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, what's the name of it?
Now I Can Live Again.
Oh, okay. We'll all live again. All right.
When my baby left me, she left trouble all around. With a tangled mind and a tear in my eye, and my heart was sorrow bound. When I woke up this morning, I brushed my teeth and combed my hair. Then I looked all around for the little tear, but the little tear wasn't there. Now I can walk in the sunshine again. Now I can hold my head up high. Now I can walk like the man I have been. Now I can live again. I spent some long nights thinking, I guess I did some drinking too. I cried at least a million tears and had my share of the blues. But today it's finally over. The world looks brighter to me now. I'm still here, she's still gone, but it's alright somehow. Alright. Now I can walk in the sunshine again. Now I can hold my head up high. I'll say goodbye to my drinking friend. Now I can live again. Now I can walk in the sunshine again. Now I can hold my head up high.
All right, folks, and now I have living proof
Here I am
that the Cavaliers existed. James Marvin.
I'm just plain living today.
There you go,
It's
baby.
great to be with this fine station, Channel 6.
That's it.
And all the wonderful people that listen in. I always appreciate the folks out there. I think they're
Fans are
vital,
what it's all about.
Vital, and I really do. Thank you for having me.
Oh, glad to have you here. Now, there's so much involving you and your life and all the things you've done. But the Cavaliers were the first outlaw-looking group in Nashville prior to Waylon and Willie. And I think Willie was wearing turtlenecks and had a crew cut at that time. And
Yeah.
Waylon had a master's haircut and a white shirt and a tie.
Well-
and tell the story about the first time you met with Waylon.
Well, it's a true story, and I'm thankful that I'm still here to be able to talk about it. As a matter of fact, there's a new museum coming up here in Lynchburg, the Outlaw Museum and Hall of Fame, and they may bring in this story about the Country Cavaliers. By the way, I'm the guy on the Rebel guitar there on that video. I met Waylon. He wanted to meet the Cavaliers when we first came to Nashville, and he was wondering what all the commotion, all the excitement was about. And I guess he enjoyed, our image, the look, and the rest is history. I'm just thankful that I was able to be there at that time. Maybe we did start something.
Well, I guess you went back to Florida or wherever it was you went to and came back, and all of a sudden Waylon was an outlaw.
That's right.
Really?
And what a great group. You know,
for sure.
Great folks. As a matter of fact, Willie Nelson placed our history in his museum because he knew all about it. So he had us in his museum, the Cavaliers, and our days. You know, what we were doing is using our image, John, to reach the young people and give them an anti-drug message. That was the purpose of the so-called first country music outlaws, to reach them with the long-haired image. They were drawn to the long hair and tell them that, you know, the drug scene wasn't a good thing.
Wasn't good.
Yeah.
And did you, when you first got to Nashville with the long hair and the beards and all of that, did you have a problem as going into the Nashville establishments, and you know, did they look at you in an odd way, like you were maybe a hippie with a cowboy hat?
That's what they thought. We're a couple of hippies with cowboy hats, but you know, after a while, we did a lot of shows.
Right.
We were booked by the Buddy Lee Attractions agency, the biggest agency in Nashville. Our manager, John Centenaro, booked Buddy and I. That's the other Cavalier, Buddy Good.
Yep.
And yeah, we were able to be accepted at least by our peers, and by folks like Gene Shepard and all these Grand Ole Opry stars. They endorsed our music, and of course the Wilburn brothers, and said that we were, you know, ahead of our time. I'm thankful for Johnny Cash, but it did get rough. The establishment, the music industry there, the ultra-conservative industry of that day, they saw us as maybe a couple of troublemakers in town. We had some dangerous close calls to go on stage. We had to have escorts because the people wanted to get a hold of us and hang us. But then we finally started to sing, and
it was okay.
It was okay. They threw their hats up in the air. It felt like a movie, something out of a movie. But we lived dangerously in the beginning as we were breaking ground with this idea, you know.
You know, there's a song that you wrote, and I asked you earlier if there was some Hispanic lineage in your background, because I know one of the songs that you sang, you were singing in Spanish, and the thing about it is a lot of people don't realize that there was, in country music back in those times, there was this Hispanic influence in a lot of the stuff. Johnny Paycheck,
Freddie Fender.
Freddie Fender, you know. And matter of fact, I want you to do a song that I picked up off of your video that is, I don't know what the title, all I know to say is it's Love, Love, Love.
No, it's called Flor de mi vida. It means flower of my life. The other guy and myself wrote it, Buddy Good of the Country Cavaliers, and myself. Matter of fact, Freddie Fender wanted to do this song. He really loved it, and you know, we weren't able to, of course, come together with his producer. Those folks sometimes get in your way.
Okay.
And but anyways,
well, how about giving us a little bit of that song? Because I love this song.
I wrote this.
Okay.
Flor de mi vida, siempre serás amor para mí. Love, love, love is what you are to me. Love, 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 you're all I can see. I want to be your one and only man. I know that our love will stand. Flower of my life, you'll always be love to me. Flor de mi vida, siempre serás amor para mí. Amor, 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 siempre serás para mí. Amor, 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 you're all I can see. I wanna be el único hombre tuyo, porque nuestro amor es mucho. Flor de mi vida, siempre serás amor para mí. Flower of my life, you'll always be love to me.
All right. James Marvell. Now that was a Cavaliers song.
That was a country Cavalier song. Those are the kind of songs we also did along with our upbeat music, and I wrote that.
Okay. Now I'm going to take a step back. Back in 1969, there was a band called Mercy.
Mercy, yes.
Oh, Mercy. And you and Buddy Good were both in Mercy.
We sure were, and that was where we started to be in tour with people like Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, the Box Tops. I remember doing shows with the Cow Sills, all these guys, Gary Puckett in the Union Gap. And we had the million seller. Ironically, there we were at number 2 with Love Can Make You Happy, right under the Beatles. The Beatles had Get Back at number 1. Elvis had In the Ghetto, number 6. Sinatra at number 7 with the song My Way, his signature song. And Mercy right under the only group that beat us out was the Beatles.
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to show you a video clip of James doing Love Can Make You Happy.
The sunshine in your eyes and the smell of flowers blooming fills the air. Your mind is filled with the thoughts of a certain someone that you love. Your life is filled with joy when she is there. Love can make you happy if you find someone who cares to give a lifetime to you and who has a love to share. Oh yeah. If you think you found someone you'll love forevermore, then it's worth the price you'll have to pay. To have to hold important, but forever is the phrase that means the love you found is gonna stay. If you find someone who cares to give a lifetime to you and who has a love to share.
That's your country version of Love Can Make You Happy.
My country version, and what a hit. We were on the road with the biggest, I'm saying like even Gary Puckett in the Union Gap back then in the 60s.
Number 2 behind the Beatles.
Right under, that's the only group that beat us out, but I'm thankful because I was able to make it that far.
Oh yeah, man, that's great. What we're going to do now is take a quick commercial break and we'll be back with more with James Marvell.
Heard that little voice that beckons you to come home to Tennessee? Well, here's your chance. Here's a property offered by its owner. It's 20 miles from the National Walking Horse Celebration grounds in Shelbyville, Tennessee, and only 10 minutes away from the Jack Daniel Distillery in Lynchburg. It's located at 769 Shipman Creek Road. This property has over a 5,300 square foot home on 45 acres, and a sprawling 200 acres is also available. Let's take a look at the house. Built in 1998, this home has 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. This home offers wide open views, featuring the main floor with over 2,700 square feet of living room, an eat-in kitchen, a formal dining area, and a massive 20 by 19 master bedroom with a master bath and fireplace included. There is craftsmanship at every turn, solid cherry cabinets, built-in cherry shelves, and other solid cherry appointments. It's a 2-story home with 3 nicely sized bedrooms upstairs. Down a spiral staircase, the basement hosts a 40 by 40 den with a handcrafted bar. We're leaving the jukebox here, folks. The basement is a recreation room on steroids. There are too many closets to count and more than you'll ever need. There are so many places in this home to find peace that you'll seldom want to leave it. But when you do, you'll discover up to 200 acres of paved roads with city water. The property is quilted with streams, woods, ponds, and open pasture. The view from the porch alone is enough to say you're home. The property includes a 3-bay heavy construction shop and plenty of room to build stables and graze livestock. If Tennessee's been calling you home, start your journey by calling this number. A property like this comes on the market but once in a lifetime. We think you'll love it. We think you'll stay. This is a very real estate.
Charter Internet has the bandwidth to support more devices than anyone else in the market. So everyone can do their own thing, whether it's watching puppy videos or creating an all-powerful command center to mastermind the complete domination of the world, the universe, and... ooh, ice cream!
Get 30 megabits per second for only $30 and let it all in.
All right, we're back and still have James Marvell of the Country Cavaliers on stage with us, and the Mercy Band. You know, James, when you started off with Mercy, you were 19?
Very young. Very, very young.
19 years old?
Yeah,
18,
I was
19,
a kid.
20 years old,
oh, yeah, and to have that.
How exciting. How exciting. Did you start off with were you ever in a garage band?
I sure was. As a matter of fact, I'll make it quick because I know we have enough time here. I was with a group before Mercy in the mid-'60s, and we recorded a song. We were called the Scopes. The song was called "She's Got Bad Breath." And then we were banned by a certain company. I don't want to say what, but that was a little bit infringement, I think.
Yeah.
So it was breaking out of Chicago, and we got banned. That's the way my career started. And
She's Got Bad Breath.
She's Got Bad Breath. You want to sing a little? Okay.
And so we went from garage band to Mercy to Country Cavaliers in Nashville, and Merv Griffin and
Mike Douglas show.
Mike Douglas
did shows with Don Rickles back then. What a funny guy, Don Rickles, and just so many of them. You know, booked by the big agency at the time in rock and roll was William Morris Agency,
right,
out of New York.
Right. And so now you are working toward your, really the reason you're up here right now, hanging around Nashville in this area, is you're looking at trying to get the Country Cavaliers into the Outlaw Hall of Fame.
Yeah, what a good bunch of folks there. I've met Sarge, the fellow that's in charge.
Sarge is in charge?
Yeah. It's Sarge.
I bet he's just plain living. What do you bet?
He's just a plain living guy. What a great guy. And he says, you know, it's we're looking at it because of our, you know, our history, obviously. It's called the Outlaw Hall of Fame there in Lynchburg. And Ken Fly down the way there at the Barbecue Caboose He's got his thing going there, and I was in there with them just picking and grinning the other day. And Ken Fly remembers my history, and he did an endorsement.
Okay. So are you enjoying this part of the country again?
Oh, gosh, this is great.
This area?
I love it. I love it. And just so many good people. I met him the other day when I was with what's the fella that I sang with just the other day at the for Katie.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Anyways, and I met
Tom.
Tom
works at Gallagher's.
Tom Fuss.
Yeah. So what we're going to do right now is we want to thank you for being with us, and we're going to end this show with you doing Waylon and Willie and Outlaws.
It's called Urban Cowboys, Outlaws, and Cavaliers. It's a true story.
Here we go.
Waylon and Willie, we're told it begins. Outlaws and paycheck, they were the trend. Long hair and country, those were the years. There were urban cowboys, outlaws, and cavaliers. Way back in 1964, I came a-singing. I was ignored, ahead of your time, cowboy. That's what I hear. There just ain't no room for a cavalier. Waylon and Willie, we're told it begins. Outlaws and paycheck, they were the trend. Long hair and country, those were the years. There were urban cowboys, outlaws, and cavaliers. Country has always been in my blood. It flows right through me, just like a flood. And I've made no excuses for the way that I've looked. You could call me an outlaw, don't call me a crook. Waylon and Willie, we're told it begins. Outlaws and paycheck, they were the trend. Long hair and country, those were the years. There were urban cowboys, outlaws, and cavaliers. Long hair and country, those were the years. There were urban cowboys, outlaws, and cavaliers.